Hello viewers, this is Lina Tamrat from Hope Ethiopia. We are facilitating an event organized by Cawee. We are here today discussing about women in SMEs, accessing public procurement awareness creation forum, and we are engaging main alliance in how helping women for public engaging in public procurement aspects. So we have Ambassador Kibret Abebe for this Women's in SME accelerating public procurement awareness creation forum. So I just want to involve him in asking about himself first and his ambassadorship position for encouraging women to be engaged in public procurement aspects. So I'm going to be having some minutes with him. So thank you for watching. So, Kibret, welcome.
Thank you so much.
Please tell me a bit about yourself. I know who you are. I know what you're doing in the country, your project called Tabita, and social enterprise aspects. So I just want to invite you to disclose yourself to the viewers.
Thank you very much. Thank you for the opportunity. I'm so happy to be the ambassador of this very important project, very timely, I can say. My name is Kibret Abebe. I'm the founder of the first private ambulance service system in Ethiopia called Tabita Ambulance. And I have four things to do currently. I'm very focused. One of them are I'm the CEO of my small company, which potentially can grow.
Yes.
I'm the president of Social Enterprise Ethiopia. There are more than 55,000 social entrepreneurs in Ethiopia. Most of them are women, actually. So I'm leading that. I'm the first president, and I'm leading for the last 5 years. I lead this association till the country get a sort of legislation about social entrepreneurship, so that after that I may hand over it to young social entrepreneurs to lead. The third one is I'm one of the board of directors at Addis Ababa Chamber of Commerce. I believe actually in trade, investment, entrepreneurship. Of course, we need aid, but aid should not be our really big focus. And aid should came from the local entrepreneurs like me. We don't have to really aspire. Not now, but in the future, we need to have a sort of a system in which entrepreneurs can be involved in philanthropy, so that this will be a source of sustainable solution one way or another. So I'm also that, and I have a plan to lead the Ethiopian chamber as well, because I strictly believe that only entrepreneurs, business people can make a difference.
Sure.
Of course, the government should do what he is expected to do. The NGOs should be involved in one or another, but the main one in changing our life is the private sector. I don't think that the government and NGOs are sufficient enough to give us product and service at what we need. So this is the reason why I want to involve in private sector ecosystem. The fourth one is that especially currently, I'm very fascinated about job creation, and I have a strong argument that not only political and social problem, but even politics can be buffered with a proper strategy of entrepreneurship.
Sure.
Because our problem is not, sometimes it will be wrong to compare and contrast our problem with the neighborhood like Somalia, Eritrea, or Kenya. We need to have our own way of solving our own problems. So, in my opinion, job creation will buffer more than 50% of the political situation of Ethiopia. So, I'm one of an advisory board for job creation.
Wow, this is wonderful. It's a must having you as a board member for women here to encourage them to participate in public procurement. So my next question for you will be, how do you think the Ethiopian procurement system has an opportunity for women, and how do you encourage women to involve it in the public procurement aspects, because as it is mentioned in the panel discussion or in the presentation, women are not participating in this big opportunity where they can make an influence or make a difference. This public procurement aspects have been dominantly held by these main peoples. So how do you think that, how do you see and think that we encourage women to participate in the public procurements?
This is a very, very big agenda, frankly speaking, because whenever you think or you categorize yourself as a social enterprise, you mean that there are some social problems need to be solved by the government in the very mainstream thinking. Like this is one social problem. Take my service.
Sure.
I'm running a private ambulance service system. Emergency medical service system is being covered entirely in the world by the government. Or the government may give contract for the private sector, but it is need to be done by the government. If the government is very sleepy in doing that, an entrepreneur like will come to the market. Very normal circumstance. So unless and otherwise, a social enterprise, very typical social enterprise like me, doesn't get a public procurement, one or another, let alone woman, a social enterprise, not securing significant amount of public procurement, let me tell you something, that social enterprise will fail.
Sure.
It is a matter of time. So we have a very strong argument, and we need this to be incorporated with the new legislation for social entrepreneurs. So my entire philosophy is that, I'm not, whenever I talk about women, I'm not asking for pity. And they're not asking for pity at the same time. They're just saying that if you really, bring women in front, in wherever life is, then that country become prosperous.
Definitely.
So I'm not trying to assist women. I can say more than, if I'm not mistaken, more than 50% of my employees may be mistaken, but 40% are women.
Yes.
And I'm very happy with that. So we need to have, whenever we conclude something, we need to have a sort of number-driven, data-driven decisions. For example, in whatever way we talk about in the panel discussion, I don't think that we have data peculiarly from Ethiopia. We don't know how much of the women are being involved in an entrepreneurship, how many, in Africa, less than 1% are getting the public procurement. And when we compare this figure with other countries, it is a frustration. It is a frustration, it is an opportunity. So in my opinion, this is a good time that the government is trying to open up his eyes, so that hopefully
revising policies,
everything is being revised, so that this is one of the agendas that we want the government to entertain. So this will be a very good opportunity for the government, and there are some very clear opportunities are coming. For example, feeding the high school or the elementary. This is a good opportunity.
Yes.
Food has been given not by, this is very clear. You don't have to have a study and data. Me and you were fed by our mothers.
Definitely.
It will be very rare that somebody says that my father have been feeding me. So this feeding go to the school. And in the school, mothers are expected to feed. Why don't you give this opportunity for women? We want to be focused. Sometimes we become, euphoric, and we want to grab everything. This will be a common mistake. So we want to, of course, we think big, but we need to start small and act now. So, in my opinion, in my ambassador position in this specific project, I want my colleague friends to focus. In Ethiopia, unless and otherwise you focus, it is the probability of just losing the track will be very high. So we want to focus. First of all, we need to have a sort of baseline. What's going on? We need to understand the ecosystem. Then after, we want to focus, and we want to work on the agenda that we are really focusing. So in my opinion, it is a very good opportunity, And this is not something that we say that I am an ambassador to help women. I am not.
Yes.
I am an ambassador to closely work with my sisters, mothers, and young entrepreneurs, so that they will have, the positions that they need to have in the community. That will make me a person who win. I'm here to win-win, not to win loss or to lose. Because I'm sure that social entrepreneurship, social enterprise Ethiopia will benefit from this agenda.
Definitely. Thank you, viewers. We are responsible incorporating women in the procurement aspect. The government should revise its policy and check how much percentage of the population, like women, engaging in this public procurement aspects, and engage the benefit of engaging women in the public procurement aspect. And we have to think this 51% of the population in Ethiopia is women, and they have to take responsibility and ability. They need to get an opportunity to be involved in the public procurement. And for this reason, we have got this Ambassador Kibret Abebe to assist and facilitate this public procurement aspects to equip women to get involved in these aspects. And the government also should check the opportunities given by the policy on these government systems. So we think that this thing make a difference for women so that they can get good opportunity in involving themselves in public procurement aspects. Once again, thank you very much for giving this interview for us and for being an ambassador for these women to elevate and create a platform of opportunity for them to participate in this public procurement aspects. Thank you once again.